What's good, everybody? I'm Big C from More BC, your favorite hillbilly on Twitch TV, and I'm going to show you the essential add-ons you need to have as a hunter raiding in classic content on WoW. Alright, everybody, so I'm going to talk about the add-ons that I use, the purpose that they have, and we're going to talk about OmniCC. As you see right now, a rapid fire is coming off the cooldown. I used it earlier, and it's got 20 some seconds left at the moment. And OmniCC will show the cooldowns for your skills that you use. So like, you know, put down a trap, shows the cooldown for that. The rapid fire, it'll show the seconds for anything that's below a minute, but if it's over a minute, it'll show like 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, etc. But it's really useful. That way you know when your stuff is up. That is on the GCD. It just makes it easier. And it's easier to manage too. OmniCC makes it really simple to be able to see the cooldowns for your skills. Next thing I want to talk about is my damage and threat meter. I use details for it because details has both of them built in. It's just one add-on versus, well, I mean, it's more than one add-on, but you know, it all functions the same. It works well together. As you see, they're stacked here together. You can lock them together and move them together, so it makes it easier. Being a hunter, it's extremely important that you watch your threat. Typically, when I start out a fight, I give the tank time to establish threat before I really go hard. I'll send my pet in, I'll auto attack, and around 3 to 4k, depending on which boss fight it is, will depend on when I actually fully open up. Also, Trank Rotate, I think everybody should use it that's a hunter in a raid. It will show a list of those that are in the rotation, the order that it's in. It will show, you know, if your Trank shot is on cooldown, it will show, you know, how many seconds is left on it. There'll be a little bar. And it will also color whoever's next. The color will be different, so you'll know that it's your turn, and whenever you do Trank Shot, it'll yell it out. Big C from RBC is using Trank Shot, so makes it easy, it's simple, it's effective. It's really no big deal. It just keeps comms clear too in Discord. You know, some people are really strict about how clear comms is during your raid, and only want certain callouts for the boss fights. So depending on how strict your guild is on it, it will make a difference and it will matter. Now, the weapon swing timer, there's notable things that you need to notice about it. The purpose of it is to ensure that you don't clip your auto shots. I didn't initially use it when I first started raiding during Classic. I don't believe it was even a thing during Vanilla WoW. I just learned how to auto shot and use my skills in between auto shots. And it's, like I said, it's something that's rhythmatic. It's kind of a groove that you get into. There are times where having the actual bar for the timer actually helps. If you're bunched together in your raid group during certain boss fights, and it does make it easier to be able to see it, to be able to not clip your auto shots. It's still possible to do it. You just have to watch your positioning. You kind of have to be outside of the group so you can watch your own animation, know when you need to do it. So there's certain things that will be noticeable. There's a white bar and a red bar. The red bar is when you want to mainly aim shot. You do it about when the red bar begins to show, and as you see, the green bar at the bottom shows the clear. So you did not click, you didn't clip your any of your auto attacks, which is great. That's what you want to accomplish, and you want to do it on a regular basis. Now, there are times where you're going to have to end up moving, and that's what the white bar is for. The white bar will give you is basically the moment when you should be moving. The red bar is when you should be standing still. So I send my pet out, it's going to grab aggro. I'm just going to auto attack here, and if I move here, you see the red bar, you know, I'm not in the animation for auto attack anymore. But the white bar, it stays moving, so that's when you can safely move. So there are a few boss fights where you might get knocked around, and you need to be able to move around, and you don't want to have a DPS loss. Strafing is probably one of the harder things to do, and a lot of hunters can't do it. Sadly, I mean, there might be more people than what I think can do it without needing the weapon swing timer. I could be wrong on that, but from my past experience with other hunters throughout the years of playing WoW, it's a skill that a lot didn't have. And the weapon swing timer just makes it easier. A lot of people can't time it on their own in their head. It's one of those things where, like I said, it's more of a rhythm or a groove that you get into while DPSing as a hunter. Now, I'm going to show you what happens whenever you use aim shot during the white bar. as you see here, it didn't turn to red, and the green bar below show that it's a fail. And whenever it shows that it's a fail, that means that you have clipped your auto shot. So you've effectively took a DPS loss. And the whole purpose of not clipping your auto shots is to ensure that you don't take a DPS loss. But you're going to be auto shotting more than anything, so it's going to be a big part of your DPS. So you want to make sure that you don't interrupt those auto shots. You know, if you're somebody who wants to parse good, to do good DPS, and show that, you know, you are a skilled player, it's really important that you don't clip your auto shots. And that's basically it for a hunter. It's not, you know, it's not an overly complicated class. It's pretty simple to play. If you're somebody that masters the class, it will be noticeable. Because there's times that you know, you'll be kiting mobs through raids. Sometimes I've done that before. It's not my favorite thing to do. I don't care to do it, but you know, and there's other mechanics that you'll have to do during boss fights sometimes, especially in retail. I've been tasked with doing various different things as a hunter, and you know, to be able to do the mechanics and the additional tasks that you're given while doing the DPS that you're supposed to be doing. You know, it really shows your skill as a player and the trust that other people has in that skill for you to be able to perform the task given. Classic, you know, there's not as many mechanics, but you know, being able to perform those tasks that you are given, it's really important not to stand in stupid stuff. And that's why I use that add-on called GTFO. It will basically give you a loud warning to get out of whatever you're standing against. So there's fire on the ground, which it's pretty easy, you know, to notice it, or anything else on the ground that you're not supposed to be standing in. It's not as prevalent for that stuff in Classic so far. There's a few places I know there's one boss in MC where it's evidence for you not to be standing in something, but you know, to give you a loud warning. You know, if you've worked all day and stuff and you're tired, sometimes, you know, it just slips. People are bad at tunnel vision, and that's an issue too. Another important thing to have to ensure that you perform mechanics as you're supposed to be is using deadly boss mods or big wigs. They both perform the same. They serve the same purpose. Just some people prefers one over the other, but the interface is a little bit different, but they're basically the same add-on. You know, they give out raid warnings for mechanics, you know, for you to avoid, to use defensive cooldowns on, and so forth. In Classic, it's not as evident that you need to use defensive cooldowns or things, and most classes in Classic doesn't have them. My hunter does not have Shield of the Turtle, is what I call it, the Tortoise, and it doesn't have Exhilarate to heal myself either. So, you know, things are different on Classic versus retail in that sense, but you know, these are add-ons that you can use for the most part in retail and Classic. Trank shot's not a thing in retail. Weapon swing timer's not a thing in retail, but having Omni CC, damage and threat meter, and deadly boss mods or big wigs are a must and needed. But you know, this is more pertaining for Classic, so having the swing timer is really important. Trank rotate's important. It just makes life easier for those that are in the raid. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to leave a comment below. I have my Discord and my socials linked as well, so if you want to join the Discord and contact me through Discord, you know, you're more than welcome to do that, or on one of the social media platforms that I do use. If you do enjoy the video, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And like I said, if you have any questions about a hunter, the best pets to use, rotation or anything of that nature, you know, you're more than welcome to ask. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there. I'm Big Sid from RBC. Peace and God bless. I'm out.